In 2019, I bought my Toyota Ractis. The cost came to about 850,000. I know many people have been asking how much my car cost. Yeah, so it came to about 850,000. I really needed the convenience of having my own vehicle because nikienda ushago, honestly, nilikuwa nafinywa kwa gari, natapikiwa na watoto wa watu, and I was just like, enough is enough. I'm going to try and buy myself a car. And I was really happy to have bought this car because especially in this year when we've been, okay, last year, or maybe I should say in this period when we are trying to physically distance ourselves from other people as much as we can, having my own car has really been convenient. Happy New Year! Sina nguvu mbona. I just had lunch. Happy New Year! I'm sure many people have made resolutions to save more money, and therefore this video may be very timely, or maybe it's not timely. You just usually watch my videos because you like watching my videos, to which I need to say thank you very much. Thank you so much for all the support you guys gave me in 2020. This channel grew a lot in 2020 in terms of subscribers, in terms of views, so thank you so much. And now welcome to another video. So this video is part of a series that I have been doing about how I imported my car from Japan, and I promised to do this video when we did the part 2 of the process of importing the car. If you've not watched those, there are now 3 videos. Go check them out if you're interested in importing your own car from Japan, and I'm going to link them somewhere in the cards above. You can still watch this video if you are not trying to save money to buy a car. I applied these tips while I was also trying to save up for my emergency fund, because you know, when you have a 9-to-5 job and you're not very sure about your job security, you really have to keep some money aside in case the undesired or unexpected happens. Before I start, I want to just give a disclaimer. This is just what worked for me in my life as a single woman with no kids, no loans, and no other dependents except myself. So yeah, no other. Am I my own dependent? What am I saying? Okay, clearly I'm not a professional on this money related topic, but I know how to save money. Another thing, obviously you cannot save money that you don't have. During the period when I was saving to buy the car, I was very blessed to have a 9-to-5 job that was paying me relatively well, because I was able to sustain myself and still save a bit of money. So obviously if I didn't have the job, I wouldn't have been able to save the money. So maybe tip number 1 is to try and increase your income as much as you can, which is something even I can like try to do in my own life, and I'm trying to do that this year. So if you have any business ideas that you're not using, leave them in the comments below so that I can also benefit. Yeah. First, when you've already decided how much your project will cost, so now you know how much money you need to save, right? And now from your income, you need to determine what are your necessary expenses. Like in a month, what can't you do without? Obviously, like myself, I can't do without rent, buying food, maybe airtime, all those things. And there are apps that can help you like track your expenses over like a month to determine what is necessary, like how much do you need to survive in a month. So once you do that, then you'll need the rest of the money, you'll need somewhere to save it. I personally didn't open a savings account in a bank because I feel like those don't earn any good interest. So I opened a money market account. Is it called a money market account? I deposited my money in a money market fund, the Britam money markets. Okay, I'll insert in the captions what it's called. What Britam will do is they will invest your money however they want to invest your money every day, and then they will pay you a percentage of whatever profit they got. The money earns better in such an account than it does in like a fixed account or a savings account. And also in that account, the money is not as accessible as it would be if it was just lying somewhere in a bank account. Maybe the examples that I'll be giving are very specific to my own life. Think about how you can use them in your own life, because like I said, I'm only sharing my tips, like what worked for me. Cool. So number one, I stopped giving people soft loans. You know how friends, acquaintances, sometimes relatives come to you and request you to give them like 50,000 Kenya shillings, 20,000 Kenya shillings. I'll pay you in about a month when this happens. Doesn't mean that I don't help financially when like someone is struggling. I do help, but I only give people nowadays. When I give someone money, it's only money that I know even if they don't pay me back, it's fine. Because honestly, people will disappoint you. And I had like 1 or 2 friendships ruined because someone didn't want to pay me back my money, and I just decided, honestly, I'm destroying my own friendships and losing money while doing it. So I stopped giving people money or loaning them money that like I can't afford. I'll give maybe 2,000 because I know 2,000, well, it's not much. But 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, that's a very big amount of money to just waste. There are some people that I know in my life that I can give them money and then pay it back. Those are not the people that I'm talking about. And I know you guys have an idea of what kind of people I'm talking about. People who will always come to you with a story and they want you to loan them money because, oh, next month they have this deal. Another thing, I tried to avoid unnecessary expenses, like with cleaning services, beauty related expenses. So how I avoided those expenses is by doing it myself. Sis or bro, I don't know. You don't have to have someone come to your place to clean for you every week, wash your clothes, wash your utensils, clean your shoes. Don't be so lazy. Do it yourself sometimes. It will save you that 500 bob, that 1,000 bob. And to be honest, it adds up. By the end of the year, that's a substantial amount. And that can go towards your savings. So stop wasting money by spending on things that you don't have to spend on. Is it about your hair? Sometimes do your own hair. I remember I used to braid my own hair. Even to this day, I rarely go to the salon because now it's a skill that I have learned, and it's something that nowadays I even enjoy doing. So I'll like sit, watch a movie and do my own hair. I even made a wig because if you have a wig, you can just throw that on, and like that saves you like 2 to 3 months of having to go to a salon to spend 2,000, 3,000. That is my third tip. Yeah, do it yourself sometimes. Another tip is to stop partying too much. Okay, Wakenya, especially people my age here in Nairobi, we love to party. Like, kai, mtu ataenda club Monday to Monday. Like, they leave the office, they go to their favorite joint, drink, like buy for people rounds, eat there. Honestly, it's unnecessary. You can do it like once every 2 weeks. You don't have to do it every so often. And also, when you do it, do you have to club hop everywhere, paying all these monies, paying entrance fees? Okay, most of the clubs here in Nairobi don't ask for people to pay entrance fees, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. And also, when you drink, okay, maybe let me speak for myself. When I drink, I am very generous. When I drink, I feel like I'm the richest in that club, and therefore I can pay for everybody. If you are partying or clubbing with people who don't care about you, they will let you pay for them, and they will watch you waste your money like a stupid person. Don't be that person. Don't imagine. Don't be generous. Nobody, like, they won't love you any less if you are not paying for every round that is coming to that table. So, and also, don't do it so often. And regarding food also, even to this day, I don't eat out as much. Like, okay, maybe it's a personal preference, but I like to cook my meals here at home. Okay, occasionally I'll have a craving, but it's never anything all that expensive. And because it's not very regular, then I'll just do it like once a month, once every 2 weeks. Try to eat at home and stop partying too much. Yeah. Another thing I did is I spread out the big purchases. I needed a laptop at some point. I needed a couch. I needed a camera. I needed a phone. So all those things are big purchases. So what I did, I spaced them out. I'll not, even if I can afford to buy a couch and a phone this month, because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I didn't save this month, I'll not buy all of them together in the same month. I'll buy a phone because obviously a phone is more urgent, and then next month I'll buy a couch, and then the other month I'll buy a camera, because these are big purchases, but they are relatively smaller than the big goal of, in this example, 850,000. So yeah, spread out the big purchases so that you are still able to save money. Even for the necessary expenses like rent, I don't know why I keep calling them necessary expenses. Is that even any? Okay, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like steamer, maji, food. Try kujinyima. You don't have to live a lavish life like in a big apartment in Runda. Obviously, I'm using an extreme example here, but what I'm trying to get at is, if you cannot afford to live in a 2-bedroom apartment while you are still working towards these goals that you so badly want, so you just move to a 1-bedroom or move to a bed-sitter. In my case, well, I lived in a bed-sitter even long after I could have afforded to move to a 1-bedroom, because for me personally, I don't care about having a lot of space. I actually like a small intimate space for myself, so I didn't need to spend the money that I'm spending currently at that time, because even I didn't have many things, so my whole life could fit in a bed-sitter, so I stayed in a bed-sitter slightly longer than I needed to. So what I'm trying to say is, even those things that you can't live without, look for ways to save money while still getting those needs met. Steamer, you don't have to leave your lights on everywhere just because steamer haijapotea. You don't have to leave your water running while you're brushing your teeth. Like, it's the small things. Make those small adjustments everywhere, and they go a long way. So yeah, what tip are we on now? Is it like number 6? So another thing is to pay for things in cash. Obviously, this is bad advice given the current times that we are living in. This may sound like bad advice, but when you can, especially now that the transaction fees are back to where they were, pay in cash. That transferring your money from bank to M-Pesa to the vendor of whatever you're buying, stop wasting your money like that. Like, you're wasting that money and you're not even getting anything. Like, hata heri ukanunue kitu basi uionange kuliko in the whole year ukwe umespend like, okay, I don't know how much to estimate, okay, 10,000 on transaction fees. And I'm sure some people go even beyond that. Just pay in cash. Pay it in cash. What I usually do is I will withdraw money in bulk. Like, if I know I need to go do shopping, I need to go pay my rent, I need to go do this, I will withdraw that money in bulk, and then I'll go shopping, pay for that in cash, pay my rent. And that way I am not like paying for shopping, being charged transaction fees, rent, transaction fees, wapi, transaction fees. So yeah, whenever you can, try to pay in cash. The small transaction fees go a long way into wasting your money, so stop wasting your money. My next tip, I think I've already touched on, it's living frugally. Live a frugal life. Do you have to eat meat every day? Probably not. Changanya na beans siku zingine. For that phone call, you've already bought your data bundles for the month, or maybe you have Wi-Fi at home. Do you really have to use airtime for that phone call? So you call them on WhatsApp call. Yeah, so think about how in your own life you can do things you can spend in a more frugal way. Because like in that example of the phone call, you've already spent money on data or Wi-Fi. Make use of that. Don't start spending again on airtime. I don't know what your life is like, so probably I'm not giving the best examples, but try to think of how in your own life, or look for ideas online on how you can save. Like, I know buying like meat in bulk saves money. Boiling your own cereals, kina beans, ndengu, boiling them at home saves more money. But like, obviously such wouldn't work for me because I'm only living alone, and if I buy food in bulk, I'll end up wasting food. And that should be another tip: stop wasting food. Food actually is not cheap. Don't cook too much to where you are having to throw away some of it. It's wasting your money, and also it's bad. like why are you doing that, na kuna watu wanakufanja. This is the final tip that I can think of. Stop with the retail therapy. Okay, this is easy for me to say because I'm not a shopper per se. I'm not the kind of person who will buy new clothes every month. But if you don't need it, don't buy it. Sindio? Don't stop buying those new clothes if you already have new clothes that you've not even worn in your closet or wardrobe. Stop buying those new shoes. You already have a rack full of shoes. Why are you buying new shoes? But kama zile uko nazo zimezeeka, obviously buy a pair or two. Again, don't go splurging, buying like 10 pairs of new shoes at the same time. For what? You already know that you're not going to wear them all at the same time. Like, so you can just buy the other pairs at a later date. In short, stop spending on what you don't need. So I guess that's it. If you find this video helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. And like I said, please leave me some business ideas in the comment box because I'm trying to find ways to earn money, more money in 2021. Subscribe, that also helps me out a lot. If you guys could also watch my videos for a longer time and watch more videos on my channel, I have very many videos here on this channel. That would also help me because I'm this close to starting to earn money with YouTube ads. So subscribe, leave a comment, like, and also check out the other videos that are part of this series, and let me know what else you would like to see on this series. I know that someone had requested me to do a video comparing buying a car locally and importing a car, just to show how much money you would save by either buying it locally or importing it. And I'm thinking of ideas on how I can do that, and when I'm ready the video will come to you, I guess. So thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, and see you guys in the next.